Coach Phipps, we've got a big weekend coming up, but let's recap a little bit. You had some really great performances at the Stanford Invitational and at the Jim Bush Legends at UCLA last weekend. Why don't you talk a little bit about some of those performances?
Yeah, for an early season meet, we had some very significant positive performances, some inconsistencies which go along with early season meets, especially if there was a number of people that was their very first meet of the year, but we came out of there with some outstanding performances and performances that were top 10 in the nation, and I think it bodes well for those athletes and our team heading down the road.
Are you worried that they peaked too soon?
No, not at all. Well, I guess everything, you worry about anything a little bit, but just with the way our training has been going, we treat that very much as an early season meet. So to get those type of performances this early was a good sign.
So we've not gone to the Oregon Pepsi team invite for many years. And this year we're attending and looking to make a good showing against some nationally ranked teams. Oregon men and women are in the top 5. BYU men are in the top 25. Then there's also one of those Huskies. So tell me about what you're expecting and what you hope for at this meet in Eugene.
Well, as you had mentioned, it's an awesome meet. Those other 3 programs and ourselves included for the 4th it makes that an awesome meet. And the other neat thing about it is that it's scored, and you don't run into too many of those early in the year, and it's a good opportunity for us to perform during a scored meet, which is a slightly different than just going in and people running, say, one event or looking more maybe times rather than places. So this is an opportunity for us to just get out there and compete. I think we'll still put up some very, very good marks along with that. But this is a great meet to have at this time of the year as it prepares us for Pac-12s.
Do your kids get excited for the scored meet?
They do. I think when you provide a score and you provide a winner and a loser as a team, I think they do get excited about it. And it's the facility that has hosted so many national championships and so many amazing meets that they're excited about competing at Hayward as well.
If you were to pick one on the men's team and one on the women's team, who might be a surprise this weekend? Who's ready to just really break through in an event?
Well, that's a tough one. We had some great breakthroughs on this past weekend. Amani Brown continues to improve. So I don't know if it's a breakthrough anymore, but I look for continued improvement from him. Justin Janke, I think getting into the right race is ready to really get something going. And then I think women's 1500 will be an interesting one for us. It's an absolute national class field. This is an amazing field, and Kaylee Keefe is in very, very good shape. And then we're going to run Zorana in the 1500 for the very first time. A very hot field, but I think she's prepared for it.
Has she run a 1500 in her native Serbia?
She's never run. Prior to coming here, she'd never run anything longer than 800, and then ran an amazing 1200 on our DMR. So that was the longest. So this is a first for her.
Once again, your hurdles look to be a very strong event, both on the men's and the women's side. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we have a lot of depth on the men's sprint hurdles. That's still without Sam Brixey competing, and so very excited about that group. And Chris Grant, I think, has the potential to be a very, very good 400 hurdler, and he showed signs of that on the last weekend. And then Alyssa Brooks Johnson with her openers of 13.7 and 57.8, again, I think is just only touching what she's capable of doing. And then we added quite a lot of depth in the women's 4 hurdles too. Stephanie Cho's been fantastic for us as well.
We'll talk a little bit about canceled the Cougar Invitational next weekend. But then the weekend after that, it's another huge series of nationally caliber meets. Mount Sac Relays, Brian Clay Invite at Azusa, some competition at Long Beach State. How will you address not competing next weekend?
Well, actually, I think it's a great break for us when you take a step back and you look at the meets that we've had leading up to that weekend, with that Stanford UCLA weekend, and then a national class meet this weekend, and then following that up with Mount Sac relays, and then right after that were the dual meet, and then right after that were Pac-12 multi, and then right after that were the Pac-12 championship. So every meet from here on in is of big importance and of amazing quality of competition. And I think having a little break for this group, as much as it's fun to compete at home, I think was the smart decision, and I think it was best for everybody across the board.
We're announcing the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation all academic teams. WSU men had the most, second only to Stanford, and the Washington State women had the most, second only to BYU. So academics obviously important to this team.
It absolutely is. Our academic support service staff here does an amazing job, and they set team goals for us. And so we work hard as a group to try to hit those goals, and getting recognized, whether it be at Mountain Pacific Sports Federation or Pac-12 or All-American academic awards, is very important to our group.
Right. Good luck this weekend in Eugene, and to the competitors who are going up to Spokane to compete.
Thanks so much, and go Cougs!